day on a high, the next appointment is a short drive away in Ryde, where Drew is the first dealer to be invited to one of the oldest stores on the island.
We're off to Elizabeth Pack today. It's a department store that's been around for decades. The building's actually 150 years old, and they were the ones that initially called us and said, can you come over and have a look, because they are clearing the building and turning it into an art space.
Do you know how much is left?
No idea.
Ryde's first incarnation was as a fishing village in 1300 and was listed as La Ryde, which is derived from the Old English word rythe, meaning small stream. In the 19th century, the town became a destination for the English gentry, who followed Queen Victoria to the island. Just 5 minutes from the beach is the Elizabeth Pack building. Built in the 1860s, for the past 3 decades it was a department store that specialised in ladies' fashion, before finally closing its doors in 2018. The building is about to undergo a transformation and change of direction once more, which means all of the old shop fittings, curios and abandoned items must go. Overseeing the clearance is Martin Sheaf from Shademakers Carnival Company, who are the building's new owners.
This building has had various uses over the years. We've been researching the history on it right back to about 1780 onwards by a family called Woods, who originally had it running as an ironmonger's. That changed to Woods and Wilkinson, mid-1900s. Elizabeth Pack was formed in the early 80s. The plan for the building is to open it as a community arts hub. Drew and T arriving today will give us a bit of a spurt and get things moving a bit quicker now. We've obviously got a deadline we've got to get to. And the heritage of some of the fittings are here as well. They've all got a story to tell. So hopefully there'll be some gems for him to take away with him.
That's good, isn't it?
That is good.
Money for nothing and your chicks for free.
Hello, Martin.
Morning.
All right.
Drew.
Morning,
How are you doing?
What's all that in the window about?
That's a project we did last year.
Yeah.
We do like a cardboard wars, and they were some of the characters we manufactured.
They're very, very good.
Excellent, yeah.
They're very good. So we're here to look at clearance items you've got to
Certainly
get
are.
rid of.
Yep.
Is it everything?
It sounds like it, and it probably is,
So
yes.
These,
Yep.
that thing behind you,
Thing behind me, yeah.
that.
There's all sorts to see.
Giant
Right.
shark.
Sharks are staying.
All right.
All right. Let's get cracking.
Upstairs?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's get started. OK, all right, so what have we got here?
There's a few pictures of what the store was like in the past.
Oh, wow, so it's general haberdashery, clothing, all that type of thing?
Yeah, that's a picture from the shop fitters in 1938, so some of this gear still exists.
Wow, it looks amazing. Today I'm at Elizabeth Pack's department store, and this has been here for a long time. I've never heard of the place. I'm getting the impression it's a bit of a sort of local institution. It's one of those shops that you could go and buy tyres and a pair of shoes and a bucket and a suit. You know, it's one of those shops that sold everything. The key thing here is that the place is it's going to be a new venue now for the arts, and everything's got to go, and it's got to go now. So that's why we're here. So what have we got?
Wander around the shop, there's some fittings, bits of piece you want to...
Hair.
I think it's slightly different size, I think. So I'll take the top off.
Yeah.
Yours caught on that.
OK, well, they're period ones. They don't look it, but they are 19th century ones. That is the original mirror plate, actually, in there. And that one.
It's the same bevel edge on both of them.
Yeah. Are those to go?
Yeah.
Right. We could do with a tape measure. They are not the same, are they? They are not the same.
No.
Come up onto the first floor. There's a very large pair of, well, they're overmantle mirrors. I had a good look at the back of one of them. It's good, 1830s, 1840s, English, original beveled plate, remarkably good condition these things are in. If they'd been painted over, I would be walking away from them. It's just that they've got the original gilding still on there. So, yeah, they're all right. They just, I mean, they couldn't look worse than where they are. I think if you put them into my shop, they will sing out and there will be money to be made.
Despite having been on the island for almost 200 years, these gilt overmantle mirrors are in remarkable condition. Although there are some patches of wear, the gilt work to the neoclassical frames is completely untouched. And crucially for Drew, both original mirror plates are intact. There is just the right amount of tarnishing, otherwise known as foxing, to the glass, which gives them a gentle sparkle. One mirror is slightly larger than the other, but sold as a pair, they could be worth around £5,000.
1,200
For the pair?
for the pair.
15?
14?
Antiques dealer Drew Pritchard is on the Isle of Wight. He's been given exclusive access to one of the island's oldest department stores, which is soon to be renovated into an art space.
Let's get cracking.
Upstairs?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's get started.
And he's trying to negotiate a price for a pair of period-perfect gilt mirrors.
1,200
For the pair?
for the pair.
15?
14?
14.
14. Thank you. Sold. I'll take them. We end up paying 1,400 for the pair, which is a great buy. That's fine. With a mirror and dating mirrors, it's all about the backboards. You want to have a good look at the back. They've got the original backboards, and the screws that are put into them, they're correct as well. And a really good examination of it, you can see there is lightly distressing to the mirror plate as well. But yeah, it's a real shame, though, that they're not a pair. A pair the same size would have been really saleable. What is this enormous print?
That was on the wall of what was the cafe at the other end.
OK. At the back, there's a very large print of London. Now, this doesn't have a great deal of age to it, but it's a good looker. And we're always, always short of stuff to put on the walls in the shop. Wall art of any type will sell really quickly.
Titled Long View of London from Bankside, this sepia-drenched print hung in the department store cafe for over 10 years. It's a copy of an etching by the Czechoslovakian graphic artist Wenceslas Holler that was made in 1647 and depicts a panorama of London based on Hollar's own drawings that he made in the early 1640s. As an image, it's a highly romanticised vision of the capital, complete with scrolls and cherubs. Over 2 meters in length, it would have a real presence in any room and could be worth around £150.
What would you want for that?
Say 30.
£30. I'll give you more than that. I'll give you £100 for it.
OK.
Happy with that?
Happy with that.
Good. We'll just give it a clean, give the frame a little bit of a wax, and leave it well alone. It's, there's not a lot we can do with that. What do you want for it? It says 30 quid. That's fine. I could have said that, but it's worth 100. I'll get 150 quid for it. I'd rather say, I'll give you the right amount for it, give you what it's really worth, and then see if we can get it home without it falling to pieces.
Drew's keen to see if the old building is hiding any more gems, so it's up to the top floor.
Oh, those would have been great shop fittings at the back there. They would have been super. The damp's got to them terribly. We'd have bought it just for the doors, you know?
Yeah.
Just such good doors, those. Damn, that is a shame. Wow, look at this building, it's leaning.
It's leaning against next door now, though, so it won't fall over now.
Must have been quite the place back in the day.
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, as a department store, I mean, there's a listing back in 1880 of what was used up here.
Really?
And what they sold, everything from fireplaces, crockery, gas lamps, the lot, garden furniture, milking equipment, everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. God, look at this. This is like a museum. Those hooks, they are wonderful. We're now in the roof space in this remarkable room. The hooks in the ceiling, who knows what they had on them, could have been anything. And then you've got this remarkable sort of hoist hole for the stuff to come through. It really is like a snapshot. It's one of the best bits about my job. I get to poke around places where people would normally not go, you know, and it's great. These are good. Are these for sale?
Yep.
I've got a use for these.
Putting that on.
Yeah, they're fab. They're fun.
These hat stands are from a time when headwear was a fundamental part of one's wardrobe for men and women. In the 19th century, Queen Victoria's annual holidays transformed the Isle of Wight into a must-visit destination, and no self-respecting Victorian would have been seen here without their hat. This pair of stands probably would have taken pride of place in the store's millinery department. They could be worth around £200.
50 quid?
A pair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll use them myself for selling the caps in the shop. That's all we can do with them. They're nice. They've got their original velvet tops on them, height adjustable. They're a bit of fun. Paid too much. 50 quid. Should have been 20, but still. The good thing is we are not going away with nothing. We have got a couple of small bits and bobs, but we did get that cracking pair of early 19th century mirrors. They are belters, and we got them at the right sort of money as well. There is money to be made there. Those mirrors have been in here for decades. So that's nice. We're taking a little bit of history off the island as well.
I'd say it went very well, I think. Drew and T looked at some items, spent a bit of money, which was good on our side to help us our funds. I think, yeah, we're happy all round, I think. You know, there's always a bit of give and take in these things, and yeah, we're happy.
That was good. Not what we expected, you know, to get two enormous Regency mirrors. But all in all, I think an excellent buy. Yeah. Not what I expected. The Isle of Wight's been fantastic. I've enjoyed the trip hugely, to be honest with you. And a surprising mix of stock, you know, from a clock box to Staddlestones. But financially, the buy of the trip is the mirrors. They're going to see us right on this trip. They've survived for nearly 200 years now, and they're in remarkable shape. But we've bought such
it's slightly different size, I think. So I'm take the top off.
Yeah.
Yours caught on that.
OK, well, they're period ones. They don't look it, but they are 19th century ones. That is the original mirror plate, actually, in there. And that one.
It's the same bevel edge on both of them.
Yeah. Are those to go?
Yeah.
Right. We could do with a tape measure. They are not the same, are they? They are not the same.
No.
Come up onto the first floor. There's a very large pair of, well, they're overmantle mirrors. I had a good look at the back of one of them. It's good, 1830s, 1840s, English, original beveled plate, remarkably good condition these things are in. If they'd been painted over, I would be walking away from them. It's just that they've got the original gilding still on there. So, yeah, they're all right. They just, I mean, they couldn't look worse than where they are. I think if you put them into my shop, they will sing out and there will be money to be made.
Despite having been on the island for almost 200 years, these gilt overmantle mirrors are in remarkable condition. Although there are some patches of wear, the gilt work to the neoclassical frames is completely untouched. And crucially for Drew, both original mirror plates are intact. There is just the right amount of tarnishing, otherwise known as foxing, to the glass, which gives them a gentle sparkle. One mirror is slightly larger than the other, but sold as a pair, they could be worth around £5,000.
1,200
For the pair?
for the pair.
15?
14?